This episode is sponsored in part by Ward Law Firm, with offices in Munford and Somerville, Tennessee. Ward Law Firm offers a full spectrum of legal services including individuals, businesses, and entertainment law. Ward Law Firm is raising the bar with high-quality, efficient, and effective legal services. Call today or visit wardlawfirm.org. Also sponsored by Atoka Fitness Center. Atoka Fitness Center is a 24-hour access, state-of-the-art facility that offers tanning, classes, childcare, and more. Free weights, cardio machines, strength machines, co-ed, and women's-only areas are just a few of the amenities offered for one low monthly price. Visit AtokaFitnessCenter.com for more information or call 901-840-4900. From beautiful Memphis, Tennessee, join us for Get the Part. Whether you are an actor auditioning for your first play or an actress being cast for a major motion picture, stay tuned where we will help you get the part. And now, your host, Jeff Yarbrough.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Get the Part. Today, we are tickled to have Mr. Jim Weter with us of Cellar Door Productions. Jim Weter has been making films in the Mid-South since 2006 and has to date shot and directed 6 feature films and 11 short films. Jim is also co-founder and serves as the current director of the Unreal Film Festival, an annual horror, sci-fi, and fantasy-only film festival here in Memphis. Welcome to the show, Jim.
Hi, thanks for having me, Jeff.
Appreciate you coming by. So tell us, we know we were just chatting about ASVS. Tell us a little bit about that, what that stands for.
It stands for At Stake Vampire Solutions. It is a fake documentary comedy about a group of low-budget vampire hunters in North Mississippi. We shot the first one in 2010, and it's been out for a few years, and we're about to wrap up shooting on the second one, and hopefully have it out in April.
Sounds good. And in between there, you shot a whole another feature-length film called The Last Earth Girl.
We did. The Last Earth Girl is a feature-length sci-fi film. The current runtime is 2.5 hours, so it's a fairly long film, and took us about 2 years to shoot, and we're in post-production on it.
It was a lot of fun jumping on the shots. And
yeah,
stuff.
there was a lot of fun times there.
Yeah, that was fun. Well, let's get right into the situation that we're dealing with here today. Tell us a little bit about the casting process. What you think about when you're getting ready to. You've got the script, and I know that the script that you got for The Last Earth Girl was a couple had written it, an award-winning script.
We had a screenplay contest that we used to run, and the winning screenplay would get produced by us, which is how we got ASVS and how we also got The Last Earth Girl. We since sort of converted that into the Unreal Film Festival, so we're not doing the screenplay contest anymore. But yeah, when I first look at a script such as The Last Earth Girl or something, and I start going down through the script when a new actor is presented or a new character is, yeah, certain actors I've worked with before come to mind, and so I think generally I cast and try to work with people that I know and know who they are, and I think, yeah, this person will be good for this part, this person will be good for this part, but I also do cast a lot out of workshops and stuff as well.
So there's several workshops around here in the Memphis area. Let's see, we've got Indie Memphis, and who else have we got here?
There's a couple acting studios downtown. I primarily do go to Indie Memphis, or Indie Acting up in Bartlett.
Mr. Forrest Pruitt.
Yep. We go up there a lot, and I've held auditions in the past for certain films, and I've gotten a good turnout and had people, come in, hear the sides, come in one at a time and do the reading and all that. I find that working with people in an acting studio where I can talk to them one-on-one and adjust them and make adjustments when they're doing a scene and ask them to do things different ways, a lot better gauge of, how well they can act and if they'd be well for a part or not.
Sounds interesting. Let's go to another question that we have here for you.
How important are headshots?
Headshots are important to me if they're accurate. Like I said, a lot of times I will, I keep my headshots, I keep them on file at my house, and whenever I'm thinking of, who could I get for this part, I'll look back through the headshots and they'll sort of jog my memory as to, oh yeah, I remember working with them in this workshop, and they were good for this. And so I do use headshots. I'm not a stickler on if it's a real fancy headshot or if the resume is attached or stapled, or none of that stuff matters to me as long as it's an accurate headshot, I guess.
So you don't like the little glamour shots thing where they spend 2 hours in makeup and take a headshot, and then when they come in, they don't look like the picture?
Yeah, if you don't look like the picture, that's going to be a big issue there, because a lot of the times, we go back and look at the headshots and say, okay, well, this person right here, they look good for this role. I've worked with them before, but then they come in and they have a shaved head, or they have something drastically different, and then we either have to make adjustments or tell them sorry.
Do you have a top 10 list of actors?
I somewhat do. Like I said, when I first read a script, certain actors come to mind, and they're actors that I've worked with for years on several films. But again, it goes back to people I've met and people I've worked with in acting workshops and stuff. That's the biggest thing from where I cast, the biggest group. So I don't necessarily have a top 10 group of actors that I say, okay, these people are going in every film I make. Every film that I've made so far has had different groups of actors. There are overlaying actors that have appeared in several films just because I know them and I think they'd be good for a part. But I don't look for ways to put my friends in the movies. I cast from who I think would be best for the part.
It's always important to make sure that you get the perfect person for the perfect part.
Yeah.
Have you held very many casting calls? Just a general call?
I have. I've held several casting calls for several movies. And I've gotten turnouts all the way from 5 people showing up all the way to 300 people showing up.
Wow.
And everything in between. It is good for meeting new people. If I'm casting a large project and I need to meet new actors, I think it's a great way to do that. I generally have sides, and I don't do like blind reads or something. I send sides out ahead of time, and the actors get a chance to familiarize themselves with the part and with the character. And then I come in and see what they do, and I might ask them to, hey, I like what you did, but tell you what, try it this way. Come back in a little bit and see if you can reread it this way. I'll ask them to do stuff like that. So yeah, I do hold auditions and stuff like that on some larger parts.
That sounds good. What advice would you have for someone that is in our audience that might be thinking about getting into acting and think that they want to try something like this? What advice would you have for them?
I'd say start off, if you're not sure if you want to be an actor or not, or if you're interested in it, start off by going to some acting workshops and start getting some experience and getting familiarized with the set, because it is, well, for one thing, it is a job like anything else. It's not a party and you don't show up to just hang out with your friends or whatever. It's a job, and there's an atmosphere of professionalism you need to get used to. And I think that the more you're involved in that, the more you'll get used to it. Yeah.
So tell us something funny that you've seen happen on set.
I think the funniest thing I've seen happen on set was when we had a large group of extras, and this was during ASBS2's filming about 1.5 years ago. We had a large group of extras, and the scene was being shot from the point of view of a news reporter giving a report. He was standing looking into the camera, and in the background we had lots of people just like running out of this building because there were vampires attacking, which was part of the movie. But in the background we had all these these extras coming out one at a time. We told them, okay, you're going to run down here, run down these steps, and go down this sidewalk. You're going to go down this way. And some of them this one guy in particular got so into the part that he ran down the stairs full speed, lost his balance, and ended up going into the side of a pickup truck and breaking the tail light on the pickup truck.
Oh my goodness.
And and we caught it all on camera. It was in the shot and everything. But stuff like that can be, it was funny at the time. We're friends, and
still friends after that.
Yeah. But you need to be careful. He could have gotten hurt, and I think he actually did. But he's not seriously or anything like that. But
nothing long term.
Nothing long term. But he was a good sport about it, and It was a funny story.
Well, tell us how people can connect with you and find where you're at.
As far as the films that I'm working on, the website cellardoorcinema.com.
Cellardoorcinema.com.
Cellardoorcinema.com is the main website for my production company. There's links there to the film fest we do, the Unreal Film Fest, as well as my commercial and documentary businesses.
So you're not only in the films, you're in commercial end of filming and documentaries.
I do a lot of commercial and documentary work for a living. That's how I fund the movies and the film fest and stuff like that. Most of my commercials, though, are documentary style, so it's more like day in the life, and we don't really cast a lot of actors for that. Most of my casting is in independent films.
I see. Well, Jim, thanks for being on the show with us. We appreciate you coming by and appreciate your input.
Thanks, Jeff.
That's another issue of Get the Part. We want to say another special thank you to Ms. Pam Beal for the use of her facility here overlooking the beautiful Mississippi River here in Memphis, Tennessee. We'll see you next time.